All right, so here we again want to write a function rule. A function rule just means what?
An equation.
An equation. Okay, a daily rental fee is now $39.95, so our vehicle has increased in value. And our mileage or rate per mile is 60 cents per mile. So, writing the function f of m equals. Now, what is changing? Or what could change? Mileage, okay? And remember, this is going to be a linear equation, so I'm going to write that part first. So 0.6 times m. So that gives me the amount I'm being charged for mileage. And the constant, the part that I'm getting charged regardless. $39.95. And so there is my function rule, they call it, okay? Function rule just means equation. All right, so now that we have our equation written, we want to evaluate that for 48 miles. So f of 48 equals 0.6 times 48 plus 39.95. All right, so 0.6 times 48?
28.8.
Plus 39.95.
$68.75. $68.75.
That's f of 48. Okay, good. Now, if they happened to ask us to write this answer as an ordered pair, what would I do?
48 times 68.75.
Okay, please remember to put it in parentheses. And you probably just assumed that before you said that, okay? But yeah, please remember to put it in parentheses. We would say the input, 48, the output, 68.75. Okay? Questions? Yeah.
That's the only thing that's going to be on the quiz tomorrow.
All right, let's take a look at the next one here. This one says the surface area of a sphere is a function of the radius of a sphere. And they give us A equals 4 pi r squared. Evaluate the function for a basketball with a radius of 11.5 centimeters. Okay, first thing I want you guys to do when you see a problem like this is breathe. Okay? Don't freak out and say, oh my God, I hated geometry, this is going to be awful. No. This has nothing to do with geometry other than they happen to give us a geometry formula. Okay, it is still just plug and chug. All right? They give us the function. They want us to evaluate it when the radius is 11.5. So, where am I putting the 11.5? Where it says radius, r, exactly. So, if our function is 4 pi r squared, we're evaluating it for 4 pi times 11.5 squared. Okay, now, please remember one thing. When you are going through and evaluating this, order of operations says you have to do the powers first. So please, somebody tell me what is 11.5 squared?
132.25.
Okay, 132.25. The other thing is, there is one thing in geometry that you need, it's not necessarily a geometry topic, but it is taught in geometry. What is pi?
3.14.
That is what you need to remember right there. Pi equals 3.14. Okay, yes, it goes on for that. But for all practical purposes here on Earth, you just need to know that pi is 3.14. If you're shooting things to Mars, then yes, you need to know pi out to more decimal places than this.
Like 500,000.
Yeah, that poster goes up to 500,000 decimal places. Yes, it does. Okay? All right. All right, let's finish this problem first, then we'll talk about the poster. All right. So, we are putting in 3.14 here. And so, now we got to multiply those three numbers together. So, our area, our surface area is what?
1,662.38 centimeters. But I didn't do it with the 3.14. I just typed the pi symbol.
1,661.
Okay, hold on here. I want I want the answer with 3.14 in it. So 1,661.06. If you use the pi key, you get,
The same answer.
100.
oops,
You get 1,662.
why are we getting two different answers?
Because I use the pi symbol.
Yeah, but he said he used the pi symbol as well.
Your pie is different.
Different calculators.
Your pie is cherry.
Okay, wasn't that fucking?
Wait, what? What?
I think he said your pie is cherry. He said you got two.
The difference in these two answers is that, yes, the second one was using the pi key. The pi key is obviously more accurate. Okay, so this would be like if we're shooting stuff to Mars, we would use this answer instead. Okay, this is if you use 3.14. Like I said, this is for all practical purposes here on Earth. That's what your answer would be. Okay, I will know what both answers are on a test. So either one of these would be considered correct. Okay? Now, if you give me something different than those, obviously, you're wrong. Okay? All right. Look at the next problem. Okay, the relation between the length of the femur, F, which is the bone from the knee to the hip, and the height of an adult woman, H, is modeled by the function h of f equals 2.3f plus 24. In the following ordered pairs, the first coordinate is the femur length, the second coordinate is the corresponding height in inches. Find the unknown measure of each ordered pair. Many of you will look at that and go, man, that sounds confusing. My answer is C. And guess what happened? You have now missed 4 problems as opposed to missing 1. This is not a multiple choice problem. Oh, snap. All right. This is 4 separate problems. Okay, right here. Find the unknown measure in each ordered pair. They give us one, we find the other one. Furthermore, it says that the first ordered pair, or first coordinate, is the femur length. The second is the corresponding height. So all of these go femur length, height. Okay? So in this first one, they give us the length of the femur. We want to find the woman's height. All right? So we take our function, which is h of f, 2.3f plus 24, which, by the way, that also goes to show this is the first time we've seen a function named anything other than f. You can name a function anything you want. Why do you suppose they used h? For height. H for height, f for femur. Okay? So this is h of f. So we are then plugging in 13 for the femur length. H of 13 equals 2.3 times 13 plus 24. Well, what is 2.3 times 13? 29.9 plus 24. 53.9 inches. Okay? Questions? That's all you're doing. Plug it in, solving for the missing coordinate. Okay? So we do the same thing for B, but let's take a look at C. In C, they give us the y coordinate. They give us the height of the woman. We want to find the length of the femur. Okay? So to do that, we again take our function. And now, where are we going to put 56.2? Okay, be careful. You're right, but you got to be careful. We're not just putting in 56.2 in for h. I do not want to see 56.2 times f equals 2.3f plus 24. That is incorrect. Remember, when I introduced function notation to you guys, I said that all coordinates can now be written as x comma f of x. Right? That meant that that entire f of x notation was the output. That means that 56.2 gets substituted in for this entire output. Not just the h. The entire h of f is the output. So 56.2 equals 2.3f plus 24.
That would be in from this side. F.
Well, you could put m in for f, yes, most definitely. Okay? And now we solve. So how are we going to solve this? Yeah, we're just going back to Algebra 1, right? We subtract 24 from both sides. And so we then get 32.3 equals 2.3f. Now what? Divide by 2.3. And therefore the femur length is 14 inches. Okay?
Which one is the femur?
Is that your up?
Those are just your problems.
Are we doing a 16? She tells what to do.
Okay, guys. So I want you to go ahead and write a function for this scenario. Cable company charges a monthly fee of $24.50 for cable service. There is an additional monthly fee of $3 for each premium channel. Please write a function for that scenario. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, so we have our function down here. $3 times the number of premium channels plus the base charge of $24.50. Okay, so then if I want to evaluate that, because George has 4 premium channels, what do I do? Plug in 4. But make sure you do it in the function notation as well. This is now b of 4. 3 times 4 plus 24.50. All right, well, 3 times 4 is 12. So I think I walked around and saw everybody had 36.50. Okay, by the way, this is not a true-to-life example, because if it was, we would all go with this cable company. All right.